Now, there are claims that community sentences for offenders are becoming a laughingstock. The Centre for Social Justice, a think tank that seeks to address poverty and its causes, want criminals who breach orders to spend a day or two in jail, so they take their sentences more seriously. Ed Boyd is the report's author. Morning.
Good morning.
What's wrong with the way that these orders are working at the moment?
Well, the first thing to say is that community sentences have a huge potential to turn around people's lives as well as punish people properly. But what our research has shown is that a large number of people are getting away with doing things that should be breaching their community sentence without there being any real kind of sanction. We've heard, for example, from one offender who says they want a drug rehabilitation course and they tested positive for Class A drugs, 50 times, and nothing was done as a result. And what that does is it doesn't place any incentive on people to stick with their rehabilitation and to do things that will address the root causes of their criminality.
Yeah. Any suggestion that sticking them in jail is going to persuade them any more efficiently or effectively?
Well, perhaps surprisingly, yes. We are looking at and suggesting the introduction of a pilot of a fantastically successful program that has been sweeping across the United States called Sure and Swift. Swift and Certain. And the premise is simple, that every time somebody breaches, they come before a judge within 24 hours, and if found guilty, the guilt is held up on that. They are sent to prison for 1 or 2 days before being released straight away back to their sentence, back to their punishment, back to their rehabilitation in the community. And the results have been startling. In one study, for example, it showed that it halved reoffending rates. In another one, it increased the chances that somebody wouldn't skip appointments with their supervising officer by about 61%, reduced the chances that they'd be arrested by 55%. And if we can have just a proportion of the success they've had across America, we will see scores of prolific offenders turn away from crime and start to fully contribute towards society like we know that they can, and we'll be living in a safer, better country as a result.
But our prisons are full, aren't they?
Our prisons are quite full, which is why what we're suggesting here is not to roll this out to everyone straight away. We've got to remember America has a very different criminal justice system to the UK, but this has been so successful. What we're suggesting is we should pilot this just in a couple of probation areas. And if it's successful, like we hope it would be, it will reduce reoffending. And that means less crime. That means less people needing to go to prison. And the ultimate result of this should be not just safer communities, but actually emptier prisons as well, because fewer people are committing crimes that would lead them to get there.
Thank you very much, Ed Boyd from the Centre for Social Justice.